Let's attempt vegan mac and cheese, but not free. Garlic, mustard, and salt. Oh, hey. Oh, it's good.
Okay, so if you're dairy-free, you may have tried a lot of different dairy-free mac and cheeses, but I guarantee that the one I'm about to show you today is gonna be the best dairy-free mac and cheese that you will ever eat. Not to mention the best sounding mac and cheese you'll ever have. Start with pimiento peppers, use hot if you have them, regular works if not. You'll add nutritional yeast to that, the following spices, juice of a whole lemon, half cup of water, and soaked or boiled cashews. Blend that up, throw it on the stove, and now I doubled my recipe because I wanted more sauce, so I did that whole thing again. I heated that up until it got thick, poured it over a whole box of cooked elbow noodles, and that is the best mac and cheese you'll have, and it's vegan. I top with crushed red pepper, and if you want to stay on dairy-free TikTok, follow me for more.
So it's my daughter's 19th birthday today, and I'm gonna make a couple of her favorites. Start with macaroni and cheese. I'm gonna use butternut squash, white potato, bring to a boil, add some garlic and herb, much as you want because that's your business. Drain and sit to the side. Next up, boil your noodles with a little bit of pink salt and spices, like so, like that. Drain the noodles. Now back in your pan, add butter, your squash and potato. Then add plain unsweetened yogurt. It could be almond or cashew, like so, like that. Nutritional yeast, like so, like that. Cheddar shred, ta-da. Mozzarella shred, ta-da. Add a little garlic powder. Stir it up until it gets real creamy, like that. That's our cheese. Add a little veggie broth. Stir some more. Add your noodles back. Get into it. See that? That's cheese, baby. Now you can bake it if you want to or leave it like that. Add a little paprika. You get into it. Ooh, God, we thank you. Amen.
Would you believe me if I told you this mac and cheese is vegan? You need sweet potatoes, cashews, plant milk, nutritional yeast, mustard, garlic, pepper, salt, and smoked paprika. Blend until smooth. Pour macaroni noodles and the cheesy sauce into the pan. Top with breadcrumbs, then bake. This literally tastes like heaven. Tag your healthy bestie you want to make this with.
I'm not vegan, but I swear by this vegan mac and cheese. Every time.
I make a lot of seriously bold claims here, but this vegan mac and cheese is the creamiest and most delicious that you will ever have. I'm going to quick soak my cashews by pouring some boiling water over them. Next, I'm going to cook my pasta while I make the sauce. Add to a blender the soaked cashews, nutritional yeast, pumpkin puree, a bit of vegan butter, salt, broth, and some spices. I'll leave the ingredients in the comments for you. Blend the sauce until it's nice and creamy and then pour it over your cooked pasta and mix. Every time I make this, I'm blown away at how good it is, and that's coming from someone who really loves cheese.
You need to try this mac and cheese. It tastes just like Kraft Dinner and takes less than 10 minutes to make. To a bowl, add nutritional yeast, flour, tapioca starch, a mix of spices, and salt. Mix that up, then add 2 cups of plant milk and 2 teaspoons of maple syrup. Add that to a pan over medium heat and cook for about 5 minutes until thickened. Mix in your pasta and add some reserved pasta water. You can eat it as is or mix in some spinach, broccoli, or vegan sausage.
Oof, this mac and cheese was so good. This one's vegan, but you can substitute it so it isn't, and I made it using a recipe from the John Paul Fitness app. First, you want to start by cooking your macaroni in seasoned water. In a separate pan, add 1 litre of milk and a red onion. Bring it to the boil and then discard the onion. Pop that milk to one side, grab a different pan and melt the butter gradually, adding in the flour to form a paste. Slowly add the milk until a thick sauce is formed. Add your English mustard, nutritional yeast, cheese, salt and pepper. Add the pasta and mix well. For the crunchy top, you want to add 5 diced garlic cloves to a pan with the breadcrumbs. Sprinkle this on top and cook at 180 until the cheese is bubbling. This was honestly incredible. This recipe serves 6 people and each portion is under 400 calories. If you want more delicious recipes like this, make sure that you download the John Paul Fitness app now. Look at that creamy pasta and crunchy top. Oh, so good.
Let's make baked vegan macaroni and cheese. You want to start by adding 1.5 cup of vegan butter to your cooked and drained noodles, and then you want to take this butter, move it around, and coat your noodles very well. Now let's make our cheese sauce. You want to start with 1/4 cup of vegan butter and melt it in your pot. All right, after your butter melts, you want to add 2 tablespoons of flour. All right, you want to stir it up and then you want to let this simmer for about 2 minutes. All right, now you want to add 1 cup of vegan half and half unsweetened into your pot. 1/2 cup of unsweetened cashew milk or any unsweetened non-dairy milk that you have. Now let's season. You want to start with some seasoning salt, some garlic powder, some smoked paprika, some onion powder, black pepper, and then salt to your tasting. Okay, then you want to add 1/2 cup of sour cream. And then you want to add 1/4 cup of cream cheese. All right, now you want to take your whisk and you want to whisk that cream cheese in there. We're going to shred up 2 cups of the Daya block cheese. We recommend that you want to shred your cheese like this using the block, but you're welcome to already use the shredded cheese. But if you want a better melt and a better taste, then we recommend you do it like this. All right, now that we shredded up our cheddar block, we're going to go ahead and shred up about 1/4 cup of the Monterey Jack cheese. All right, now you want to add your noodles into your cheese sauce. Give it a good mix. We didn't end up using all our noodles, but we used enough that's going to fill up our pan. So depending on your pan size will be how many noodles you're going to use. Okay, now that you've added your macaroni into your baking pan, you want to add some of that shredded cheddar cheese on top, then a tad bit of that shredded Montgomery Jack cheese on top. We're going to put this in the oven on 400 degrees and we're going to bake for 30 minutes. And if you do not want it to spill in your oven, we recommend you put something up under it.
Ooh, look at that macaroni. Okay, now that it has been cooking for 30 minutes, we're going to cook it for an additional 5 minutes on 450 to get a little crunch on top. Y'all, and the macaroni is done.
Oh, my
Y'all see that hard crunch on top? Yeah.
Hello, welcome to day 24 of Veganuary, where today I made this creamy vegan mac and cheese with butternut squash. I absolutely hate chopping up this thing, but it does give a really creamy texture to everything you add it to. As I'm super lazy, I just chopped it in half, drizzled it in some olive oil and salt, and then chucked it in the oven with a bulb of garlic to roast for about 15 minutes. In that time, I went to pester my cats and gave them a few pets. They liked it. Anyway, back to the mac and cheese. I boiled some tiny macaronis and then shredded up that roasted butternut squash and dumped it into a blender along with my roasted garlic. This part's quite hot, by the way. And some pasta water, vegan mayonnaise, nutritional yeast, salt, and gochujang. Once that was all blended and creamy, I poured it into the cooked pasta, dumped it into an oven tray, adding on some breadcrumbs, salt and pepper, and back into the oven until the top was all nice and crispy. And of course I had to top it with spring onions and also some furikake because this has an Asian twist, just like me. So there you go, enjoy!